welcome now to the Quest for the Open vlog this week, and we start here in a car park, specifically a gym car park, which I've not been in quite some time. So I've joined a local gym, just trying to get my fitness back on track because I feel awful. I feel like terrible. It's literally been 2 months of holiday, then Christmas, and then not really taking care of myself, so I'm very much looking forward to getting back in there. Had a practice this morning as well. Busy week this week, playing tomorrow, got a lesson tomorrow, also playing Thursday, prepping for next week where I've got an overseas pro-am. So should be pretty intense, and loads of golf, which is fantastic. Full weekend of coaching as well, which is awesome. So I best get in the gym. Need some money. Look at this uber cool clamp that I got for my desk, so I can have this always set up and I don't need to faff around with a tripod. But I'm a little bit sad like that. Gym was okay. I'm going to feel it tomorrow, I can tell. And as far as kind of fitness videos going forward, I'm not going to concentrate too much on them because not a lot of people really watch them. But also I want to try and get myself to a physical state where I feel I can talk about it a little bit more. Don't think you should be taking advice on fitness currently from me because I'm not fit. So I do need to basically practice what I preach. Up early tomorrow, I'm going to play Delamere with Rick. Can't wait for that. Really like the course, and feels ages since I've done a course vlog. Weather's taken a turn for the worse again, so there's no golf today, which is very disappointing. However, there is a big plus side. My first big batch of Adi gear has dropped. So what I'm going to do is go up to Prairie, pick that up, and then I'm going to come back, and I've got a lesson with Dan this afternoon, just sharpening up before next week. So still managing to get some golf in and still managing to do things that I need to do with my swing. So I'm going to be hopping up to Highley later on. Hopping up to Highley. The railings have been pretty much cleared, and now it's time for this to go on there. Left a little bit of time at the end of this week's lesson with Dan to actually go through what we've done so far in this lesson, but also Dan's just pulled up some videos of where I was. How long ago was this now? Like the first lesson that we had? Just over a year, I think. Just over a year. So just wanted to show a little bit about how much can change within that time scale and exactly what we've been working on. Really happy with how the swing's looking. It's definitely feeling to me the best that it has done. I don't think there's much of a doubt of that. Obviously, a bit of golfer's memory. Could have been striking it better when I was 13, for all I know, I don't know. But so far, technique looks absolutely awesome. So, shall we have a bit of a talk about what we've done today and a little bit of last week, and then basically how they compare?
Yeah, perfect.
Because it is ridiculously different here.
So, these are both from today. So, big thing we started to get into is just trying to control the follow-through more. So, backswing looks really good, nicely matched, hip turns great, shoulders obviously matching the arm plane, shoulder plane all fully matched in right here, which looks brilliant. Then on the way through, getting you a lot more over that left side. So that was what we were going into last week. We did a little bit more of it today, so getting the idea of the knee, moving a little bit more across this way in transition, the hip, and then the shoulder, all moving towards that target and getting more over that left side. See the knees kicking out, and then a lot more clearance and a lot of space between the head and the edge of the shoulder here. So that's getting you way more over that left side. You see the left foot's rolling. Last week at the start of the lesson, obviously we're getting it a bit more backed out this way with the upper body through impact.
Yeah, so I had a little bit of an issue when I was backing up through impact and just flipping it over to the left hand side. So I've been trying to get over a little bit more to that left, so for a start, can hit a bit more of a stock fade or a very neutral flight, which we've seen today, and just try and get rid of that pull off to the left. If I want to miss, I want to miss right. I want to miss in one direction. Missing in two ways is never good fun.
No. Well, this was interesting. Let's get some of these TrackMan numbers up. This was today, just hitting some 7 irons. Let's just get these in. And the interesting one was we got so neutral here on sort of like path and face. Everything was just almost just lasers all the way. They're really, really straight golf shots, and a lot of shots like this. Okay, and what we were doing for that then was trying to get the end of the follow through kind of almost, it felt a little sort of Tommy Fleetwood-esque.
Yeah.
So it's turning the shoulders all the way through, and then when the shoulders are stopping, the arms are stopping at the same moment. So we can see here the back of the round, I'm sure that one up, looking at the target more in this direction, which is making us have a much more kind of neutral and square club face on the way through, so we're not seeing much kind of change over in the face. And when we started doing that, interesting, club speed didn't change one bit.
Yeah, it was almost as though, because I was turning through, well, because I was unknowing that I was going to stop short as far as not following through as much as I used to or have been doing. I had to almost add more speed at impact with my rotation to make up for it, which wasn't expected, but it certainly wasn't the worst thing.
No, and it actually, the thing was, when we were noticing that the height was always getting kind of in and around the same, you know, anywhere around that 100, 305 feet, 102, 105. So it was really coming out the same, club speed was about the same, spin was the same, peak height was the same. So it was very, very consistent. It was giving those really neutral ball flight that we want to see. So it was fantastic from that standpoint, wasn't it? And that's something that we're really going to look at trying to put into anything from kind of 6 iron down, isn't it?
Yeah,
give us the ability to control flight a little bit more. But as we just said, we had a quick look at the old stuff.
Yeah, this is mad. I mean, if this is a bit of an example. This is a bit of an example of what can change within a year once you've actually had coaching. You know, once you've had help with your game, and it's great to see. I mean, it's nice to understand that the work I have been doing, you know, it's working. Yes, it's not been in vain. It's been working. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, set up very different here with the feet. Okay, stance a little bit wider, legs look more solid at address. Then, original one, what we saw was kind of a bit higher, nowhere near as much turn. Now we're going to see much better rotation in the hips, better upper body turn, okay, wider and shorter. So lots of good stuff. Left knee's more stable, came in a little bit more here, and upper body kind of rose up a little bit more in that direction previously. So this is lots of good stuff from here. Now we're going to get into transition, and we can see that the head massively moved forward before. Now we're going to see head stays a lot more still, and shoulder clears. Here's now the big bit, lower body forward, and kind of stood up on it before. Before we saw a lot more chase from the arms away from the body. Now we're seeing how everything's so much more matched. There's the rotation through to the finish. We saw a much longer finish. The interesting bit there for me now is how much more forward your body finished. And now, if we go here, it's sort of, there's the foot, the edge of the head. It's a lot more up and down, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with the differences of how these look, because certainly before it was, well, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk you through. You've changed all this, so.
Well, interesting was like in that first move, the club got underneath the forearm, so it's now gone right through the middle of the forearm. So if you see like sort of magazine articles over the years, a lot of people talk about like the club going through the middle of the forearm right here. So you can see that's now pointing back down towards the ball. So we could see that that's the same left arm position there. Okay. The club's obviously a lot flatter at that point. Okay, so this is ideal because the forearm at this point now is at 90 degrees to the spine in both images, and the club going through the middle of it means that it's working with the body rotation. That's the reason that they highlight it, because it's one of these sort of positions, if you like. But it's not just a static position, it's actually having a great effect for you now, because what we see then is get to the top, left arm matching the shoulders, Previously, the arms actually just went straight up the body in this direction, and now it was a long way across the line, comparatively. Right elbow was a lot further away from the body, and the left arm was a lot steeper. That's a big difference. Hips were tilting, going up this way and rising, whereas now they're turning back. Huge difference in there. So then what we see then is steep coming down. Now we see it's actually shallowing. Okay, so the club's shallowing a lot more here. Then what we'd see is from here, when we go on the original, so that it kind of went steep and then sort of tilted back. The face sort of dropped back a little, didn't it? Like almost adding loft a little bit. And now you see how the left hand starts to turn down, so the knuckles are almost turning down, while the right hand's almost coming away from the club. Whereas now what we're going to see is from here, we can see that they're much more matched together. Okay, matching the body here. Arms aren't as far away. Everything's now turning through. Club exits under the shoulder. Okay, arms, as we could see here, did go further away because that butt is extending a little bit in this direction. And what we'll see is came up through the body a little bit higher, and then obviously follow through is a lot taller. Now we're getting into this nice little finish here. So this is kind of the longest of the follow throughs that we'd see, and this was the slightly shorter follow through that we had, which just gives a slightly different feel on flight, but not a lot. Okay, probably almost giving exactly the same numbers. We can see very different look in the finish. Everything about the two swings is just
mad, isn't it? So yeah, that's basically 1 year of practice. Well, not even 1 year of practice. That's, I would say, with the injuries I did have to the wrist, that's probably maybe 6 months of practice, really, with the months I've had to take out. So overall, I mean, it's awesome. I'm really, really pleased with that. And like we were saying in the lesson today, really, it's more of a case of staying on top of that, just keeping tweaking of it. But this is generally going to be what my swing is looking like, well, throughout this year. And then a lot of the work that we're going to be doing is on course, about practice and about the short game as well. So yeah, it's been interesting, shall we say, so far.
So it's now maintenance of the swing.
Maintenance. Not so much rebuilding, more maintenance.
We're in good shape with it now.
Awesome. Mate, awesome.
Pleasure.
The old school end of lesson handshake.
Why not?
Looking through that lesson, I'm pleased at how technically better the swing looks. Yeah, I am pleased with that. The big test is obviously going to be when I start playing in competitions again this year, the first one next week with the Pro-Am. That's when I'm going to really know where my game's at. That's where I'm really going to know. All the new gears here, so at least I'm going to look good, no matter what I shoot. This is the hoodie I've been wearing. This is one of the Adi cross tops. So you've got 3 ranges. You've got the normal Adidas stuff, the sports performance stuff. You've got the Adi cross stuff, which is go to the range, go to the pub, go to the golf course type of attire. And then you've got the Adi Pure stuff, which Justin Rose is wearing. I've only got a selected amount of the Adi Pure stuff so far. The rest of that is coming, but I've got pretty much a full wardrobe of everything else. Retro is that. And all the Adi stuff this year is this 365 material, and basically it's all stretchy, so it's pretty uninhibiting as you swing, and it feels really, really good on. I'm not just saying that because I've got a massive drop of it through. Nice, some of the outerwear here. Oh, I really, really like that. Oh, yes. So this is one of the outer layers. Got a few of these styles. Pretty cool jumpers as well. Jumpers. Guys, forgive me. Next few weeks, I'm going to be pretty excited about all that stuff. And again, thank you so much for watching the videos. I do say it a lot, but I really do mean it, because it's watching the videos, it's engagement, and it's this community that's being built here. It allows me to fill a couple of rails with a ridiculous amount of clothing. It's really amazing. It's a dream come true, and I mean that, and it's only possible because of your support, so thank you so much. And I will be doing plenty of giveaways around this clothing as well, some exciting stuff around the majors hopefully as well, and yeah, That's me done messing around, I promise, right? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment below, as always, on everything you've seen. What do you think about the technique? Right, let's get it editing. See you next time, guys.